What is up, everybody? Welcome to season 1 of Second Opinions, and I am your host, Spirilli, and I am joined by my wonderful co-host, Vision.
What's up?
And Vision, if you'd just like to explain the polls and stuff and how we're wanting to get the audience involved in this.
Okay, so first and foremost, our podcast is a non-judgmental zone. I just want to get that out there and clear.
Exactly.
We will take anybody's opinion, whether we like it or not. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. That's just the great thing about this country, is that everybody has the rights, correct? Right. That could be a different topic for a different day.
Exactly.
But we're going to put out polls before our segments or before our first actual topic of the day, just so we can kind of get our minds rolling, see what kind of people are on our podcast, see what everybody thinks, kind of talk about it just a little bit, and then move right along into our first topic.
Yeah, and if you have a topic that you want us to talk about, let us know in the comments, and top comment. We'll probably more likely talk about. Just let us know what you want to see talked about, and we'll discuss our opinions on it, and just make sure you give us our feedback. And like Vision said, we'll have polls and stuff that you can interact with, and that should help kind of build up our audience and everything.
Absolutely. Feedback is always welcome, no matter what it is. We will take it all.
Exactly. So our first case that we want to talk about, or our first opinionated matter that we want to discuss, is going to be over the recent Atlanta shooting. If you'd like to just kind of describe what went down there, Vision, real quick.
Okay. So, from the reports, Mr. Richard Brooks fell asleep in his car at a drive-thru at Wendy's. Not sure who reported it to the police, but the police were called, dispatched to that location. They found him asleep in the busy Wendy's line, and they woke him up, asked him to pull his car over to an open spot. Mind you, this was like late at night. I'm not sure what time of night, but it was definitely later. And they began to speak to him, asked him how much he had to drink. They suspected that he was under the influence just because he fell asleep during Wendy's parking lot or drive-thru. And they told him to step out of the vehicle to do some sobriety tests. From the video, it looks like he failed them. They also gave him a breathalyzer, which he blew a .18, which is
way over the legal limit.
Extremely drunk.
Oh yeah.
But to his credit, I thought he was doing very well. If he did blow that, he was doing extremely well, in my opinion.
Yeah, he did seem like he was doing pretty well, and pretty much since he was so under the influence, they wanted to put him under arrest. And as soon as they started to slap the cuffs on his wrist, he started to resist. That's the word. He wanted to resist arrest, and a fight broke down between Richard and two other officers, and there was a struggle for...
I didn't necessarily say a fight. It was more like a wrestling match. Yeah.
They were wrestling on the ground, and there was a fight for the taser, and as they were going for the taser, Richard ended up getting a hold of the officer's taser, began to run away from the officer, turns around, points the taser at the cop, and then the cop shot Richard 3 times.
As he was running away.
As he was running away. And this is where the opinion comes in. It's going to be between right or wrong. Was it justified or unjustified? And this topic, I think, is a really good one to start off the whole podcast, because this is one where me and Vision have different opinions on this one. So I think it's kind of interesting. I thought most of our stuff would kind of see like the same, but we have different opinions on this one, and it's good that we have multiple opinions. And you guys,
the very first one.
Yes, the very first one. And it's good that we have different opinions, and we're just going to talk about it, just like we want to be able to talk about it with you guys in the comments and everything. So where I stand, I think that the shooting was justified. And Vision,
why do you think that?
Vision thinks it's unjustified.
Hey, I'll speak my opinion. I just want to know why you think it's justified.
I think it's justified because as Richard stole the taser, first of all, he was resisting arrest. He's under the influence. He steals the officer's taser, begins to run away, turns around, and you can see in the surveillance video from the Wendy's that he turns around, points the taser right at the cop's face, putting that cop's life at risk. And then, so the cop has the right to use deadly force on Richard. That is why I think it's justified.
Also, if you guys want to check out the videos, they are all on wallstreetjournal.com. The dash cam, surveillance cam, and body cam are all three on that website.
I will put links in the description if you would like to see the videos. You can just pause this and look at the links real quick. I'll make sure that they're the top links, everything we talk about.
Opinion, then come back and listen. But, so, I don't know. When I first looked at the video, I was like, oh, that's justified. He was obviously had the taser pointed at the cop, yada yada. And before I even looked at the video, the way it was explained to me sounded like it was a justified shooting. But as I watched the video, I've watched it like 4, 5 different times, and each time more I watched it, the more I thought it was unjust. Just because, I mean, under law, a taser is not a deadly weapon, for one. But those cops also have to have training, proper training to be able to use one, and they know what kind of damage they do, right? They know the voltage and all that. Of course, as with any weapon or any object, if it gets into the wrong hands, it could be used in any sort of way. But
yes,
Mr. Brooks, I think, was in a very far enough distance away that taser was either not going to hit the cop or at very least hit him and not do that much damage. But I've never used a taser myself, so I don't know how you can control the voltage. So I guess depending on your experiences with taser, you could probably get more into it. But I don't think the cop needed to handle the situation the way he did to shoot him, fire 3 shots and shoot him twice, and kill him just because he pointed a taser at him. He should have, especially in the video you can see that there's a whole line of pedestrians in their own personal vehicles trying to get food at Wendy's. He should not have opened fire in their direction that Mr. Brooks was running towards just because of that situation. A cop or not, I would never fire a weapon.
I can kind of agree with that, yeah.
Another audience.
Because being a cop, you always have to watch your backstop, and you gotta know what's behind what you're shooting at. Your backstop is super important.
It's just so hard for me to like look at it and say it's justified because I want to, because he was obvious. They needed to like get him under control because he was resisting arrest. I mean, anybody resisting arrest needs to be dealt with, but not by shooting them, not by killing them. Especially if they're at a disadvantage of him pointing the taser behind him. Like, who knows where it was going to go? I don't feel like the cop's life was threatened to that substantial way.
I see that. I completely see your opinion and where you're going with that. And one of the ways that I like to look at it is if I was that cop, or if one of you guys were that cop, and this man, you're going to struggle for a taser, he takes your taser, starts to run away, turns around, points the taser right at you. Like, what are you just going to be like, oh,
you going to pull the trigger?
Time to accept defeat. Guess I'm just going to get fucking tased. Like, you're going to have to do something. And I think 3 shots might have been a little much, but I think you should have put 1 fatal shot downrange, 1 accurate fatal shot. Not necessarily fatal, but...
Yeah, I was like, you were going to put a fatal shot on
No, not... Yeah, sorry. I mean, like, 1 shot downrange. I'm not talking about going for headies or anything, but...
Right. Like hit
Yeah.
him in the toe or just like
Yeah, go for like a leg or something, something non-fatal, and
and immobilizing the shot.
immobilize. There we go. And you want to immobilize the person that you're trying to kill. Kill, Jesus Christ, that you're trying to get. Oh my God, that escalated quick.
Well, you see
Yeah.
where your head's at.
But it's like you're not just gonna let that dude tase you. I do think 3 was a little much. 1 to immobilize him should have been good. Like I guarantee you get shot, you're done. Like the cops get him.
Right.
That dude's gonna give up.
Yeah.
Could he have still died from that one bullet? Yeah. And the cop also being in that situation, because we're just from an outside point, all the adrenaline, how scared that cop could be, he might put 3 shots down range, you know? Like, I feel like if you were that guy and all of a sudden you see something pointed right at your face by a guy that you're trying to apprehend, you're going to feel at risk. And that's
but it
why
wasn't right at his face.
I think it was.
I don't know. Maybe the depth perception could be off in the videos, but
Maybe.
to me, it looked like it wasn't right in his face, and he was still running in the general direction, turned around. He wasn't like he didn't stop, turn around, and point it directly at him.
Yeah, and it wasn't necessarily like in his face, but it was like pointed at his face. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's definitely it's hard. It's hard to even justify it, not justify it. But resulting in all of this, you can see where the chief of police, where her opinion stands on it. She was behind the cop, and she resigned the next day because of the situation.
Because of it, the chief of police completely resigned because of the situation.
I don't know. I also have like another opinion about it. Like, I don't know, you shouldn't have killed the dude. I mean, but the reports, I looked through a few reports on CNN, Wall Street, and CBS. CNN or CBS said that he was going to go home to his 8-year-old daughter and take her skating for her birthday.
Yeah.
I do not think that was actually going to happen.
No.
One,
neither do I.
He was drunk, and it was late at night. I don't think. I mean, me just being a parent, I don't think she should have been out going skating that late at night. And if it was her birthday and he wanted to be with his family, he should have just been home already, especially since it was her birthday.
Exactly. Like, if it's his daughter's birthday, he wouldn't be in a Wendy's drive-through blowing a .18, sleeping, like, you know, he'd be with his daughter. Even if he's blowing a .18, you should be at home with his daughter, you know?
Yeah. Not drunk. Just that.
Exactly. And the mayor of Atlanta, her opinions are saying that it was unjustified. And yeah, she believes that Mr. Brooks killing was unjustified, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. And she made a whole statement on it, and it recently went to court as of today, right?
Hold on, before we talk about that.
Okay.
Yes, it did go to court today. The trial was today. It just got over about 16 minutes ago. At this time, it's 4:47 p.m. where I'm at. So before we get into that, yes, Central. Before we get into that, no matter if it was justified or unjustified killing, there is absolutely zero reason for people to go take the parking lot of Wendy's and torch that building down.
Yeah.
There was handfuls of people
that
shut down the highway by that Wendy's in both directions, stormed that Wendy's parking lot and torched the building.
Yeah, because there was protesting going on. It's more just rioting, because we've seen how the state of our country has been recently with all the protesters and rioters and stuff, and people went there to protest, and by protesting or rioting, they just completely lit the Wendy's building on fire. I know I can't speak at all, but yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, what did Wendy's do in this situation? Wendy's,
Even if Wendy's did call the cops on him, it's not their fault that the cops shot him.
exactly.
I mean, all they were doing was trying to get him out of the way so they could do their job. I mean, if somebody fell asleep in your drive-through, are you gonna call the cops on them? Like you don't. If there's like 20 other people in line, you don't have the time to go out there and deal with them.
Exactly.
That's why there's a police force to deal with situations like that, where you don't know what's going on, what kind of circumstances. Who knows? He could have had a gun in there waiting to shoot whoever came by. Who knows? Maybe he had a bunch of candy he was going to give to the manager coming out and be like, "Hey, yo, thanks for checking on me. Here's some candy." You know? I mean, who knows? There's so much shit. Can I say that?
Yeah. And my another opinion I have too. God, which I just completely forgot.
Wait, way to go. Well, your second opinion will come to you.
Second opinion. Man, I can't believe I forgot that. Something to do with the situation. The rioting, I can't even remember what that was
I
on.
hope so. Anyway, while he thinks of his opinion, during those riots, the police came and arrested 36 people, not directly involved in setting Wendy's on fire, because they still don't know who did that. They're offering an award for $10,000 with any information involving what happened in Atlanta. And did you think of it yet?
I did not. But it's fine. So in summary, which do we cover about everything, would you say?
Yeah, the only thing I really had was like the different articles that I've seen on it through CBS, CNN, and Wall Street, how different the reports were. It's like, it's not directly affecting the situation, but I still...
Yeah. There are some differences in reports and articles that you'd read up on. So...
and immediately following that, the police officer that shot him, Garrett Rolfe, he was fired.
Yes. Immediately terminated. And he is being charged for murder, right?
Felony murder.
Yep. He's now going
the other officer
to jail or prison, and it's a murder. That's what it's being chalked up as. I still think it was justified, but I know I've seen a lot of people that agree, and I know a lot of people disagree. I think obviously more people think that it was unjustified than justified, but I guess that's our opinion. That's where we need you guys, and we want your opinion, and let us know down in the comments whether you guys think it was justified or unjustified, or if you know something about it that we didn't talk about, or if you just want to explain why you think it was justified or unjustified, let us know.
Or even if you think we got some information wrong, I mean, still call us out. I don't care. Like, if you know some information better than what we know, by all means, send a link, whatever.
Absolutely. We definitely want your comments, and if you have a link or something, my Twitter is exactly the same as my YouTube, Spurley. DM me with a link if you want, and I could check that out and go over some information that I might have missed. Which now we're going to go on to our next segment, our next subject, and this one, Vision doesn't know about yet. This one's a mystery to him, and this is something that happened.
Hold on. Before we get into that, the trial did go, and he was officially charged with murder.
Yeah, we covered that.
Okay.
Yes, he was officially tried with murder. So
and the other cop was charged with aggravated assault.
I didn't actually know that.
Yeah.
Good to know. Well, for our next segment, this is something that happened really recently, about 1 to 2 days ago, maybe. I don't even think it was 2 days ago. I think it was like yesterday. There is a clip which I am going to screen share with you.
With me?
Yes, with you and the audience. Can you see my screen?
I cannot.
You can't see my screen?
I cannot.
Interesting. Well, while you're on your computer, I'll just turn off my screen. Look up Symfuhny. I'll type it in chat to you real quick. It's Sym
What's it called?
Symfuhny. Yeah, it's like that. Symfuhny cheating. So look up Symfuhny cheating. Sorry, I forgot to press to talk. Look up Symfuhny cheating. It's in chat. Symfuhny.
Okay. Official responses? Or
Say what?
the first video it says Symfuhny cheating official response.
Yeah, just kind of skim through. You don't have to listen to anything. Just look at the clips of Symfuhny and tell me if he is cheating. Think if he's just locking on to people, because a lot of people think, well, let me get more deeper into the story. Symfuhny
I get it.
Symfuhny was a professional Fortnite player before, or I think he still is, but he's been playing some Call of Duty Warzone after the new season has dropped, and he's been caught cheating on stream, or people think that they've caught him cheating on stream, which could be a huge deal because he is a really high respected person in like the whole like Twitch and YouTube community, and he's with the organization NRG, which NRG doesn't think he's cheating, by the way. They posted out something on Twitter saying like, oh, talking about Symfuhny's cheating allegations, like read this, and if you click on it, it literally just says get good kid. But there are some suspicious clips that really does look like he's cheating, and that could really ban him and mess up a lot of sponsors and stuff. And I just want you to watch those clips and let me know what you think. I'll show a clip right now, what I have. So you can see here in this clip that I'm showing, let me make it a little bit bigger. He lasers one, locks onto the wall, locks back onto the truck. But how do you know there's a guy in the truck? You know, there's a guy in the truck right back there. He lasers two of them right back there. Squad wipe. And there's more clips.
Right off the bat, I think he's cheating.
There's more clips like that. I forgot to push the talk, so I didn't hear much of what I said. But he did lock on to quite a bit of people, and how he just kind of locks on. But that's also just kind of being good, in my opinion. Like, I do that all the time when I'm playing Rainbow Six Siege. Like, I'll just kind of lock onto a spot in a wall. I'll hear somebody, and I'll, boom, lock on a spot in a wall, and every once in a while you'll get that lucky headshot, or you'll be able to get some body shots, and it really looks like you're cheating, when in reality you just kind of hear the enemy or know where the enemy is. Like, in the clip I just showed the audience, let me stop screen sharing real quick and go back to that. There we go. So, in the clip I just showed the audience, you can see...
Is he playing on PC?
Say what?
What's he playing on? What console?
PC.
Platform?
PC. Okay. So, I think it's just being good, to be honest. I think, because he's like Shroud, if you know who Shroud is. I don't know if you know who Shroud is, Vision, but he's like the greatest gamer of all time, you know, and Symfuhny is a whole new breed. He's just like Shroud. He's just so good, and he just kind of knows where the enemy are. He has the game sense to know, like, man, if this guy's here, his teammates are probably here or here. That's why he's just locking on to people. He's just good. But
well, this clip that I watched, I'll have to send you a link so you can show everyone later. Okay. He locked on to 4 different people, kill right after kill after kill, and killed 2 people through a wall. Like, automatic lock on through a wall. I mean, yeah, he's good.
Send me that clip in chat real quick. And then I'll show
kind of a long one, but it's
the audience
the first,
real quick.
like 20, 30 seconds maybe. Did you get it?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, that's it. That's the clip I showed the audience.
Okay, so cool. I'm glad I was watching the same one.
Yeah. Okay. So he kills this first guy right here. I'm gonna slow this video down. Let's see. Playback speed 0.25. So he kills this first guy right here. Okay, and then he starts to, as soon as he gets the kill, he snaps to the wall. He doesn't kill anybody through the wall, though.
I thought I had the name above it.
No, he got a long shot and eliminated, because he killed the guy with a submachine gun, I believe. So he got the long shot and the elimination on that guy. Starts shooting through the truck, like shoots at the wall, guessingly. Shoots at the truck.
Cheatingly.
Reloads here, jumps down, looks in the back of the truck. Right there, gets the guy weak, kills one, keeps shooting because he sees the second guy in the back of the truck, gets the other elimination. Wait, actually, that was just one guy, I think. Maybe that was two people in the back. I think it was two people. But either way, I don't think he's cheating.
What do they call that? Like aimbotting? Is that what he's accused
Yeah, aimbot.
I see. First reaction, looking at the video, I think he kind of was. But to his defense, I'm not very good at video games like that. Like, I'm decent, but I'm not like, I'm famous. Obviously, nobody knows me for playing video games.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I mean, I guess I would have to have the skill as well, just to justifyingly disagree with it, you know what I mean? If you follow what I'm saying?
I'm also like I'm pretty good at games myself, if I do say so. But I'm obviously nowhere near as good as Symfuhny. Symfuhny is a whole he's way better. But I can relate in a lot of those situations, and whether it's Call of Duty or whether I'm playing Siege or some other game like that, something like a shooter, there's a lot of moments to where if you just have the game sense, the like knowledge of where like the enemies would or should be, then you're just kind of lock on to places like that. You know, like he gets the elim on that one guy, so he knows there's gonna be other people there. So he's like, maybe he's right here in the wall, maybe they're hiding in the back of the truck. So he jumps down, checks the truck, they're there. You know.
So, your official opinion on it?
Not
You think
cheating.
he's not cheating. Okay. My official opinion on it, he's probably cheating. But, he's pretty good.
Is he good if he's cheating?
No.
Exactly. Yeah, he's. I want to say he made his name in Fortnite. I know he played H1Z1, but he really popped. Like, really got a ton of fame through Fortnite, and he's incredible at that game. He's so good at Fortnite, and I personally don't play Fortnite. I haven't played it in a long time.
We should make that a segment. Fortnite.
Fortnite
opinions.
True.
Yeah.
That would actually be a good segment. Stay tuned for next episode. And but he's insane. I've seen so many clips of Symfuhny where he's just hitting these nuts, just disgusting shots, and people never say that he's cheating. You know, people are like, "Oh wow, that was really skillful." But now that he's playing Call of Duty, they're like, "Oh, he's a cheater." So what?
Like, who said he was cheating, like, officially? Was it somebody that he was playing on a professional level?
No, it's just everybody, because he was streaming. So a ton of people saw on his stream, and they kind of clipped it, and just people like you and me that were just watching his stream, and they were like,
I see.
it's a little sus. But even his organization, NRG, huge organization, doesn't think that he's cheating.
Okay. That's a good one. I want to bring it back to Atlanta real quick.
Okay.
Very controversial question. I'm sure we're going to get a lot of hits on this one. Do you think that the whole situation would have went down the way it did, the same exact way, if he was any other race?
That's what I was going to talk about. That was what I was going to say. That's what I couldn't think about.
Boom.
You got me. That's exactly what I was going to say. Exactly. Was he killed because he's black? I do not think so.
I don't think so either.
Okay, that's good that we both agree on that. I was going to say whether he's black or white or brown or blue or purple or orange, I don't think it matters at all.
I mean, where I'm from, I see a bunch of white people doing shit like that.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, resisting arrest, let me be clear. Like, resisting arrest and falling asleep in oddball places at the wrong time, being under the influence. Not saying that he does that all the time, but, like,
Yeah.
it's just that situation alone, I see a lot more white people doing that in my area. Given that, if I lived in Atlanta, I might see it different. I might see people doing different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it just depends on where you are, because I feel like all these situations happen everywhere. It's just who's paying attention and how big's the area and who's it happening to.
I do agree. I think I think even if he was white, the situation would have played out exactly the same. Exactly the same. I don't think skin color matters in this situation. I really don't.
Yeah, I can agree. I would love to hear people's opinions on that one.
Oh, me too.
It's gonna
Please
blow
comment.
up, I think.
Make sure, and if you guys enjoyed this episode, which I think the episode's about over, if you agree?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. All right. So I think if you guys enjoyed this episode, please like it, because even just a couple, if we could hit 10 likes on this podcast, that'd be significant for our first episode and where we are standing right now, or with my channel where this is getting uploaded with 27 subscribers, 10 likes would be great. And just want to see that improvement. If you guys want to like, and you can subscribe. Subscriptions are completely free. If you change your mind later, you can always cancel. Completely free. Don't even worry about it. And if you don't want to subscribe yet, that's fine, but at least leave a comment below. Let us know what you think about both of the situations with the Atlanta shooting and with the Symfuhny cheating. Let us know what you think about both of those topics.
I just want to add something. Like, I love how broad those topics were. It was about a racial, controversial killing in Atlanta to a professional gamer
Yeah.
accused of cheating.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's what this podcast is about. It doesn't matter what's going on in the world. We can cover it.
Anything.
Everything. Yeah, anything, everything.
If there's a this or that, we'll probably cover it. If it's super high up there and it's just a simple this or that. And we also want to even just talk about not even necessarily just like controversial topics, but also maybe we're going to want some episodes where we're just going to talk about our lives, what's going on, so you can get to know me, you can get to know Vision a little bit better. And yeah.
But please know this or that, like Coke or Pepsi. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's mind's a little bit more broader than that. Give us something challenging.
Yes. Yes. We definitely want something challenging. Something, it doesn't even necessarily have to be like super popular. Like, just give us something and we'll top comment.
If we have no idea
we'll
what
discuss.
it is, we'll do our research.
Exactly. That's our job here.
Yeah, I think that's the show, everyone.
I think that
Squirrely,
is.
you want to close us out?
I sure will. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you made it this far, please comment below letting me know that you've made it this far. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe, and I think that's going to be all for Second Opinions.
Peace.
Peace out, everybody. Thank you.